108 schools at the start of the ESPN School Quiz, only 6 remain. They battle for pride and a place in the final. The semi-finals continue.
Welcome once again to the ESPN School Quiz and to a really big day for 3 young teams here. By the time we are finished today, one team will definitely have gone through to the national final. Maybe another team will stand a chance as our lucky loser. But there's everything to play for because these 3 teams have been so close. They've given us 2 outstanding episodes at this school quiz that all of them, strictly speaking, deserve to be in that national final. One last time. Let's go and meet these 3 champion teams. First of all, from the state of Tamil Nadu, representing Chennai. On your left, Pranav Ramkumar. On your right, Aravind Vijay Sarathi. Let's meet St. John's English School. Moving on to Maharashtra, from the city of Pune. On your left, Vikram Rana. On your right, Ajay Pal Singh Man. Let's meet this fine team from the Bishop School, Pune. And the third of our fine teams from Kolkata. On your left, Aditya Bagdi. On your right, Robin Day. Let's welcome Birla High School. Three fantastic teams. Before we go ahead, I'd like to thank all 3 of you for giving us 2 of the best episodes we've had at the ESPN School Quiz. You've done all your calculations. You know exactly who needs to do what. I know you've spent a long time doing all that. I'll say what I say every time. May the best team wins, and I'll say one more time. All 3 of you deserve to be in that national final. But only 1, maybe 2 can get there. And let's start the process of finding that team, maybe those teams. It's Citius. Citius means faster, and for the last time in this first national semi-final, we'll exhort our young teams to go for those buzzers quickly and accurately. Keep your heads around you. You're very good at doing that. You know how this works. You've done it so many times. You've mastered it almost. 3, 6 and 9. Points you win, points you lose. 10 points for the identity of the person in the photograph at the back. That's all you need to know. Wait for me to come to you after you hit the buzzers. We'll start today with A for 3 points. A for 3 points is coming up. And first on the buzzer, St. John's...
Godfrey Evans.
Godfrey Evans it is. They pick up 3 points and get the opportunity to go for 10 very early on. Not too much there.
Mark Waugh.
No, not Mark Waugh, St. John's. Pick another one.
F for 3.
Okay, bottom right now. F for 3. F for 3 is Kolkata.
Laszlo Papp.
Laszlo Papp. They went for it very quickly indeed. Half a second. Birla High School, Kolkata.
Wasim Akram.
Not Wasim Akram. Go on.
E for 9.
Okay, they're going for the 9. E for 9. They've jumped the gun. Bishop's Pune. No, question passes. St. John's Chennai.
Dion Ibrahim. Dion Ibrahim.
Dion Ibrahim it was. Dion Ibrahim it was. St. John's pick up the 9-pointer that Birla put on offer. Now, who is that?
Marat Safin.
Not Marat Safin. Still alive, the 10-pointer. St. John's, there's lots of points still.
D3.
Okay, D for 3 points. D for 3 points is here.
Jean Tigana.
Absolutely right. John Tigana. It is 0.36 of a second. These 3 teams are giving us a little more magic here.
Ronnie Irani.
Not Ronnie Irani, though the complexion, the nose, yeah, not too bad.
B for 6.
Okay, B for 6. This one should seal it. B for 6. Kolkata.
Why did you...
Tatania Kazaknika.
Question passes and John
Tatiana Kazakina.
Repeat it.
Tatiana Kazakina.
I'll give it to you. They said Kaznakina. You got the K and the I interchanged. BHS Kolkata. St. John's gave me the correct answer. Tatiana Kazankina. It was...
Raul.
It's not the soccer player Raul. So there's 16 points up there. Let's see what this 6-pointer is. Birla. Question passes. Nobody else went for the buzzer. The answer was the badminton player R.D. Veeranatha. Birla High School just letting it go with those 2 6-pointers. Long way to go still. St. John's, Chennai. Who's that?
Ruud van Nistelrooy.
No, it's not Ruud van Nistelrooy. Nobody went for 10. Fisichella. Or is it Fisichella? Doesn't matter. That's the name I was looking for. Nobody went for 10, but a lot of nerves up there. Let's take a look at the scores. In third place, after but one moment of uncertainty, the Bishop School from Pune with -9. 2 such moments for Birla High School, Kolkata. They're on -6. And so, in the lead, St. John's from Chennai with 18 points. Very interesting reaction times between these three teams that know each other so well. Here, let's take a look at those. You'll find some very good times there. Half a second, 0.36 of a second for Birla High School. Kolkata were doing really well at that point. But, as we know all too well, there's a long, long way to go in this national semi-final. Let's go straight away into part 2 of Citius. Still on our speed round and still affording the opportunity to the schools to try and regain ground by showing how quick they can be on the buzzers. This time though, no negatives, no anagrams, 30 points, 6 questions. You know what happens if you hit the buzzer early? Here is the first of 6. Who captained India in its first ever limited overs international match? BHS.
Ajit Wadekar.
Ajit Wadekar. 5 points will make you feel much better. Against England in 1974, Ajit Wadekar led India in their first ever one-day international. I'm going to give you 3 names. You need to tell me in which sport they are multiple winners. Jacques Anquetil.
Cycling. Tour de France.
Tour de France is what I was looking for. 1 was good enough for them. They come back into the positive. Birla High School from Kolkata. The names I had for them were Jacques Anquetil, Eddie Merckx and Bernard Hinault. Against which country did Rudi Völler score a goal in a World... Birla High School.
Argentina.
Oh, they got it, Argentina. It was. They took a chance again. What gamblers these teams are. Against which country did Rudi Völler score a goal in the World Cup final? I was looking for Argentina as the answer. Argentina said BHS Kolkata. Question 5. At the 1970 Bangkok Games, who became the first...
Johanan.
Question passes if no one's gone for the buzzer. BHS
Hari
did.
Chand.
Not Hari Chand. Again, St. John's get the complete question. At the 1970 Bangkok Games, who became the first Indian woman athlete to win an Asian Games gold medal? The first Indian woman athlete to win an Asian Games gold medal, St. John's, Chennai. Do you want to go for it? No, they don't. The answer was Kamaljit Sandhu. The answer was Kamaljit Sandhu in 1976. Who hit a test double 100 at Karachi at the age of 19 years?
Javed Miadat.
Bishop's Pune went for it and got points. Maybe a little smile for Bishops, but they've got a bit of ground to cover. Let's take a look at the scores. So moving up a little bit, but still in third place at this stage and desperately needing a win are the Bishop School from Pune. They're up to -4 now. Coming out of the minus category. In second place, Birla High School from Kolkata with 9 points. They got 3 correct answers in that round. But in the lead, St. John's from Chennai with 18 points. And a bit of movement on our progress curves as well. Take a look. Here they are, yellow. There it was, St. John's, Chennai. But in its crazy, slightly drunken, zigzag manner, the Birla High School curve has moved up a little bit. Just simmering underneath are the Bishop's School from Pune. They need a win. The next round, though, might be the round that decides who gets placed where. It'll be called Altius. It's after the break. But before that, question for you as well.
Nestle Milo presents ESPN School Quiz. Win with Milo Energy.
Nestle Milo presents the Cheers Collection. Get a cool sport mug or a Milton bottle absolutely free. Collect all.
Good shot.
On ESPN, it's triple the action in the NatWest ODI series. England with a new captain and Zimbabwe minus its World Cup heroes take on the might of South Africa.
It's out. He's gone.
Don't miss the first one-day international, Thursday, live on ESPN.
This cricket broadcast is presented by Pepsi. Mausam garam hai, Pepsi ke liye hum besharam hai. In association with Jockey, the next best thing to naked.
Nestle लाया orange mango strawberry और साथ में रंग-बिरंगी चॉकलेटी कूल विजन का आहा।
Performance has no equal. That's why the Zen has always been worth more.
Nestle Milo presents the Cheers collection. Get a cool sport mug or a Milton bottle absolutely free. Collect all.
Welcome back to this national semi-final at the ESPN School Quiz. And it is really very, very tense out here. Much easier sitting where you are and trying to answer those questions, or visit our website, www.espnstar.com. 5 new questions there every week. All answers and names of prize winners, and you could be among those on the Monday edition of Sportsline. But not easy sitting here in these chairs we've made for these teams. We're going to go into our next round, and let's see what changes it brings about. It's called Altius. Altius is higher, and that is exactly what these 3 teams will be hoping will happen on the scoreboard. Get a few points, get it to go higher. We'll see what happens. In Altius, as you know, you have questions on subjects of your choice. We're going to start with the team that's placed 3rd at this point. Bishop's Pune, maybe this is the start of your big comeback.
Wimbledon.
Wimbledon it shall be. After the war, the British royalty always gave away the prizes to the Wimbledon champions, except in 1986, when Boris Becker became the champion. Which legendary tennis player handed over the prize to him?
Fred Perry.
Question passes. On the buzzer was St. John's.
Arthur Ashe.
Not Arthur Ashe. Birla.
Rod Laver.
Not Rod Laver. The answer was the legendary French tennis player Jean Borotra. I thought Fred Perry was a very good answer, Bishop's Pune, but the answer was Jean Borotra. So we go on to Birla High School, Kolkata. 10 will come in very handy.
Miscellaneous.
You don't seem to want miscellaneous?
No.
Okay, you chose for it. You chose it. Here's your question. Miscellaneous. Give me the next name on this list. The next name on this list. Just Fontaine, Drazen Yerkovich, Eusebio, Gerd Muller. Just Fontaine, Drazen Yerkovich,
Gregor
Eusebio,
Zlato.
Gerd Muller.
Gregor Zlato.
Gregor Zlato. They got that 10-pointer. If you're wondering who all these people were, they were top scorers at the World Cup tournaments. And Gregor Zlato was the next in that list. BHS, you've gone into the lead, but St. John's have a question in hand.
Mystery.
Mystery. In your mystery question, St. John's, you need to take a look at our video clip and identify precisely for me what this sport is called. Look carefully. It resembles a sport that you know very well. What is the specific name of this sport? Question passes. On the buzzer of Bishop's Pune.
Fijian cricket.
Not softball. Birla.
Rounders.
Not rounders. It's called the Kilikiti. K-I-L-I-K-I-T-I. A version of cricket played on the Pacific island of Samoa. You could tell from the clothes they were wearing from the Pacific island of Samoa. Bishop's Pune. You'll be delighted St. John's didn't pick up 10 there. Now you need to pick up 10.
Olympics.
Okay, Olympics. In the 1928 Olympics, which athlete fell at the water jump in the semi-finals of the steeplechase event and was helped up by the Frenchman Lucien Duquesne? Incidentally, he waited at the finish line to offer the Frenchman first place, but the Frenchman declined. Which athlete talking about, Bishops?
Pavo Nurmi.
Pavo Nurmi is the answer. Bishops pick up absolutely crucial 10 points there. Thought they needed those 10 points. You come back into the positives and give the other 2 teams something to think about. Birla and St. John's, you need to hit your 10s here. Birla.
Snapshot.
Okay, snapshots it shall be. Take a look at it. Tell me, under which captain did this player make his test debut against India at Bangalore in 1995-96? Under which captain did he make his test debut in 95-96?
Lee Germon.
Lee Germon, it was. Birla High School, Kolkata is right. Now, Birla High School. Who was that person?
Lee Germon.
It was Lee Germon himself. Birla pick up 10 points. St. John's, you need to get 10 here because Bishops have hit 10 as well.
Captains.
Captains. A video question from Indian cricket history. Listen to my friend Navjot Sidhu asking you this question. Answer it for me.
I first represented my country in the under-19 category against England. Who was my captain then?
Who was his captain?
Navjot Singh Sidhu himself.
Question passes. On the buzzer first, Bishops.
Ravi Shastri.
Ravi Shastri, it was. Bishops pick up 10. Ravi Shastri, it was. And it's all starting to get closer again. Altius can do that. Let's take a look at the scores. Still in third place, but making an outstanding move up are the Bishop School from Pune with 16 points. In second place, St. John's from Chennai with 18, so close together. And leading at this stage, a game they must win. Birla High School from Kolkata with 29 points. And our scoring curves are starting to reflect the anxiety the three teams are going through. Here we go. Big horizontal for St. John's, Chennai. They love Fortius, but they can't leave it till too late. Up again in that very funny curve for Birla High School, Kolkata. And coming out of nowhere, Bishop School from Pune. And who knows, they might do it as we go into our last decisive round. Remember, the winner from this national semi-final goes through to the national final. There might be a lucky loser as well. There's lots to play for. Let's go into break. Back with Fortius.
The ESPN School Quiz is brought to you by NECC. Have you had an egg today?
Nestle Milo presents the Cheers Collection. Get a cool sport mug or a Milton bottle absolutely free. Collect all.
He's bowled him out. He's got him. Out.
What a catch. Can it be caught? Yes, got it. That is an amazing strike.
That's beautifully placed.
Oh, brilliant.
Hits Friday on ESPN.
Nestle Milo presents the Cheers Collection. Get a cool sport mug or a Milton bottle absolutely free. Collect all.
His secretary is terrified of him. His colleagues call him the shark. But with the children he coaches, it's a different story. Some of the most interesting people drive the Wagoner. What about you?
Who do you think scored the goal of the season? Alan Shearer? Ruud van Nistelrooy? Ronaldo? The answer is coming soon. Goals Countdown, Thursday on ESPN.
Nestle Milo presents the Cheers Collection. Get a cool sport mug or a Milton bottle absolutely free. Collect all.
Welcome back one final time to this national semi-final at the ESPN School Quiz. Three outstanding teams have battled very hard to come here. By the time we end this round of Fortius, we will know which one of them has gone through to the national final. There's lots to play for. It's been a long journey. They've deserved to come here. Now, let's go and play the last step with Fortius. Fortius, as we know, means stronger. And it is strength of a very high magnitude that we are demanding of these three teams as they come down one final time in this national semi-final. You know how it goes. 5s, 10s and 20s, you get negatives. 4 10s and 20s, you can use your lifeline once. I'd strongly recommend you use your lifeline very judiciously. I'd also recommend to the lifelines that they keep an eye on the board and help the person down with decision making. Okay, we'll start with the team that's leading at this stage. And if all three of you want a couple of seconds to take those big, deep breaths, let's start with Birla High School, Kolkata. You lead by 11.
We'll like a 5.
Here is your 5-pointer. Which West Indian batsman scored 5 centuries in one single test series against Australia? Which West Indian batsman scored 5 centuries in one single test series against Australia?
Everton Weeks.
Not Everton Weeks, Birla High School. The answer was
Sobers.
Clyde Walcott. The answer was Clyde Walcott. They weren't back-to-back. Everton Weeks got them back-to-back some other time. Second place are St. John's, Chennai.
5.
Here is your 5-pointer. Oksana, O-K-S-A-N-A, Bayul, B-A-Y-U-L, won the figure skating gold medal in 1994, became the first ever Olympic gold medalist for which country?
You have an idea? I'll try. Poland.
Not Poland. The answer was Ukraine. The answer was Ukraine. Now, what are you going to do?
10.
You want to go for 10. You might just get this 10. Let's wait and see. Which tennis player lost to Steffi Graf in the finals of the women's singles tennis event at the Seoul Olympics? Lifeline's looking good.
Okay.
Gabriela Sabatini.
You got yourself 10 points. Gabriela Sabatini. It was 10 points from the lifeline. They go into second place. They really, really need to win here. Do Bishops from Pune now. BHS Kolkata lead by 3. Difference of opinion here.
10.
You want a 10. Here is your 10-pointer. In 1947, who scored a record 3,816 runs with 18 centuries in a single season of county cricket?
Dennis Compton.
Correct! Dennis Compton! Correct it was. Dennis Compton it was. Oh dear, they went for the 10 and got their 10. Up with 39 points. St. John's, Chennai.
10.
You want a 10 as well. Here it is. Oh, we've got some splendid teams here. Which city hosted the Winter Olympic Games the year that Seoul played host to the Summer Olympic Games? The year that Seoul played host to the Summer Olympic Games, which city hosted the Winter Olympic Games? St. John's, Chennai.
Calgary.
Calgary in Canada. We are getting some tremendous answers here. We are getting some really top answers here. 26, 28, 39, but a question in hand for Bishops Pune.
10.
We're all going for the 10s. Here is your 10-pointer. Which soccer player who has represented Perugia in the Italian league scored the winner in the quarterfinals of the 2002 Soccer World Cup?
An Jung-hwan.
Say it one more time for me.
An Jung-hwan.
An Jung-hwan. You got yourself 10 points. Kept it cool. What a good answer that was. And they go up to 36. And put the pressure on Birla High School again. Do your calculations very carefully, Birla High School.
If we get a 5, they have to hit a 10. As it is, St. John's have to hit a 20 because you are 11 ahead.
5.
Here is your 5-pointer, Birla High School. Who captained the Nigerian soccer team to victory at the 1996 Atlanta Olympics? Who captained the Nigerian soccer team to victory at the 1996 Atlanta Olympics? Think carefully, don't blurt your answers.
Nwankwo Kanu.
Nwankwo Kanu, you think it's right or wrong?
Wrong.
It's right. Nwankwo Kanu, it is right. You probably went for the only name you knew. And you got it right. You're up on 44. Now, St. John's, how do you want to play this?
20.
You want to go for 20. I'll give you a 20. What did Heidi Schuller, S-C-H-U-L-L-E-R, what did Heidi Schuller do that ensured her a place in Olympic history? What did Heidi Schuller do that ensured her a place in Olympic history? Okay, go for it.
So you're the first woman to fail a dope test.
It wasn't a bad choice. No, it wasn't the right answer, St. John. She was the first woman to take the Olympic oath. First woman to take the Olympic oath. Now, Bishops, 10 points will win you this. Bishops Pune.
10.
Who led South Africa in their first limited overs international series after their return to international cricket?
Kepler Wessels.
Oh, you jumped the gun.
Clive Rice.
You jumped the gun, Bishops Pune. You jumped the gun. You knew the answer. I keep telling everyone, breathe and think. I'll give you more time in Fortius. You knew the answer, but that doesn't make you a bad side. The answer was Clive Rice. It was on that series, on that tour to India in 1991. We had another cracker, absolute cracker. Let's take a look at the scores. So quite unable to repeat that 20-point magic. St. John's from Chennai finished third today with 18 points. In second place, and I've used the word heartbreaking so many times on this show, heartbreakingly so. Bishops from Pune with 31 knew the answer and out came something else. But winners today, Birla High School from Kolkata with 44 points. And the scoring curve was all over the place for these teams, as you would imagine on a big day like this. Here it is for Birla High School. When it mattered, it stayed up erect and took the horizontal lines away. And those two little downward movements for Pune and Chennai, I'm afraid they'll be thinking about that for quite a while. Birla High School go through to the national final from this group. Remember, they came in as lucky losers. They won themselves a very handsome prize.
And today's winner team receives a check of rupees 2 lakhs and confirms their place in the national final.
What a prize to get for someone so young. Well done, Birla High School. Into the national final. Once you get there, approach it with confidence and calm. Now, the Bishop School from Pune, I thought you were really, really good. If there's any way I could have put the two of you in the final, I would have. Because I thought you were simply sensational. Bikram, 3 years in this quiz, I thought you were really good. Take some very happy memories back. And St. John's, third place today, doesn't mean you're a bad team. You're winner in one of the legs. But now, St. John's must wait for the results of the last of our national semi-final to see if they can qualify as lucky losers. A Milo winning team then, and into the national final from the toughest semi-final we've had for a very long time. Birla High School from Kolkata. On the next ESPN School Quiz, another winner and the lucky loser gets identified. Don't miss it.
Nestle